Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new here, my name's Denali, and today I have a really big announcement and news for you guys. I know we've been talking about and teasing that I have this news to tell, and the news is that I am moving. I got a job in New York, and while it is not in the industry that I kind of have told you guys about, I was super interested and still am really passionate about the music industry and getting a job in that field. I'm kind of transitioning for a little bit. In college, I majored in both music business and economics, and right now I'm pursuing, just because of the pandemic and just kind of where things fell in line, I'm going to pursue a kind of financial services position for a little bit. But I guess the more exciting news with that is that I will be moving to the city, and we are still work from home, everything's remote, but I'm excited to get out of my parents' house and the house that I actually didn't grow up in, but they moved once I moved off to college, but I never really thought I would live in this house, so I have been back here for the year, and I'm so excited to get out and go and have my own place in New York. I will not be having a roommate, so living in New York can be super tricky. I know I've lived there over a semester before as well as a few summers, and so I'm kind of familiar with areas that I've wanted to look into and logistics a little bit, and I've had friends who've done it and helped advise me on the process. So today, this video is basically me going apartment hunting. You can skip ahead if you just want to see the apartments, but I'm going to first give you guys a little bit of tips and tricks on going about finding a place in New York, because it can be really hard, and I don't think I would have known where to start if I didn't have friends who had done it before me. So I guess my first tip is kind of know your budget, but I guess in order to do so, go ahead and check out streeteasy.com. I've linked the actual URL in the description box below that you can go check out, and you can kind of get a grasp on overall prices if you just look up Manhattan and Brooklyn of what's available. It is definitely cheaper to live with a roommate or even two roommates. 3 bedrooms tend to be the cheapest option, and 1 bedrooms and studios tend to be the priciest. It all depends like what type of apartment you're looking for. Things in New York are small, so if you want more space, I recommend maybe also being open to living in Brooklyn. That is, I think, what I'm leaning towards doing right now, but we'll see. I would start with Street Easy, kind of get a gauge on where things are sitting right now. It's really great, especially because a lot of places are offering no fees, so that cost is taken out, as well as some places are offering a few months off. So I would start there, just kind of look at what your budget's like in terms of reaching out to someone. I wouldn't start doing that until you have a planned move-in date already, just because things come and go within seconds. I had been all over Street Easy for, I think, the past 2.5 weeks, and I would look at something on one day and be ready to go to the city 3 days later to go look at it, and literally the next day it was already taken off because someone had put in a contractor application right that day and snatched it up, so it was gone. It's a first come first serve type thing in New York, and there's a lot of paperwork that goes into it. Something to keep in mind is that a lot of places require you to show 40 times in your annual salary of what your rent is going to be. So for example, if your rent was looking something like $1,800 a month, you're going to have to multiply that by 40 and be able to prove that you make that much a year. If not, you're going to need a guarantor or someone to co-sign with you, and with a guarantor, like if you do have a parent or a relative that could guarantee your lease, they have to make 80 times, so I would just be aware for that when looking. Not all landlords are super strict about that, but when you do go to live in kind of bigger luxury buildings that are kind of managed by a management company, those tend to be stricter with those types of rules. There's a lot, and I can make a video all on its own about kind of the application process if you guys want, so go ahead and comment if that is something you'd like to see. I don't want to get into all the nitty-gritty, but those are just some overall things to kind of start and have a foundation of a base to kind of look at what your options are in New York. Someone mentioned Rent Hop to me as well as a good option to look into. They have a little bit more of a choice in the selection than Street Easy, but Street Easy tends to be the most popular choice in terms of kind of what's out there, and brokers are really familiar with it too, and it tends to be updated very frequently. So I would start there. That's kind of a gist, and I know that was long, so if there are more specifics that you guys do want to hear about in terms of moving to the city, definitely leave comments below and I will make a more detailed explanation that breaks down kind of everything in an application process and what documents and stuff needed and that looks like, because I'm going through that right now. So without further ado, let's get into the touring portion. This is kind of where I was at. I picked out, I don't think I showcased all of them, but we saw about 7 apartments and I only filmed some of them. I genuinely forgot to film all of them at the beginning of the day and some at the end. So here is the overview of some of the apartments I did tour, and yeah, so here you go. So this first one is actually the rooftop of a Williamsburg studio that I saw. I completely forgot to video the inside. You'll see my dad in the little clips of these, but it had a beautiful skyline view and it was pretty spacious for a studio. This next one is a 1-bedroom, also in Williamsburg, and it's actually on Grand Street. So right now I started in the bedroom and it had a nice sized closet and it is pretty spacious. However, it is a super old building and the broker was really nice and nice enough to tell us that you may or may not see, you know, a cockroach every now and again or bugs. They do have a exterminator that does come in, but because it is an old building that was renovated, these things do happen. So he said that, you know, it might not be a unit that everyone is in love with, but this definitely did have a cheaper price point for being a walk-up in Williamsburg. It is quite spacious. You saw the brick wall in the living room. You know, it also has a washer and dryer. A lot of Manhattan apartments have that singular washer and dryer situation. So yeah, it is big in a renovated kitchen. This next one is super modern. It is a studio in downtown Brooklyn. The bathroom is beautifully done and brand new. It is in a luxury building. It has, you know, a washer and dryer unit, a pretty island, and stainless steel appliances everywhere and a Bluetooth connection. It's got some spacious closet space in the front. However, that would be all you're getting. So, you know, for a small studio, you only get the 1 closet. Now this is what might seem like the same view, but it's actually a 1-bedroom in the same building. So you do have a huge bathroom and, you know, the closet space is really, really nice in this one. You have a huge living room with floor-to-ceiling windows and a nice view outside looking out. And this one is quite insane. This is in Brooklyn, so you do get a little bit more space, and also moving into the bedroom, it's super large. You got light pouring in, and I was truly obsessed with this one. And it's even got a big closet space in the bedroom, so what more could you ask for? And the kitchen's pretty much the same as the other one. So this next apartment is actually also in downtown Brooklyn, and this is a true view of like a luxury building studio. This one was 500 square feet. I also saw one that looked identical that was 517 square feet, but that one was in the same building and had kind of a hallway layout that I didn't film for you guys. This one was more of a square with the kitchen set off to the side and this walk-in closet situation with the laundry in it. So overall this one was really nice too. It was just a great building that had a lot of amenities and a lot of updated features, as well as a lot more closet space than any of the other studios I had seen, and the bathroom was just white and pretty, which I always love. I had really no complaints. It was a top contender. Now this next one is in the Upper East Side and is a walk-up kind of on the first floor, but it is one that you do go up steps at. It is fully renovated, so the kitchen is pretty with, you know, stove and a dishwasher. Then you got a washer and dryer as well as an updated bathroom. The thing with this one is it was so small. So the bathroom is a good size, as you can see, and it is updated and really pretty finishes. The thing that you'll see with this one is, you know, they really do trick you on Street Easy with that wide angle lens. The actual living space is a lot smaller than it may seem on Street Easy. The bedroom is more of a closet type space where you would barely be able to fit a bed and also move around in. So you can see the living room's really small, and this bedroom is almost just not a bedroom. There's very minimal closet space, and again, you are all the way in the Upper East Side, which is a lot farther in location from Fun Things. Thank you guys so much for watching, and again, if you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I really appreciate it, and like I said, please leave comments below of what else you guys want to see and if there's anything more you want to know about moving to New York, but I will definitely be documenting my whole process, and I will let you know if I choose any of these ones.